Hey, what's up guys, TechTitan here, and the Samsung Galaxy A17 has made a surprise launch. So basically, this phone has been launched by Samsung in certain countries, or I should say one country right now, which is Taiwan, and it's supposed to make its way towards other countries here really soon. So what does that mean? What does the Galaxy A17 bring to the table from the previous generation? To be honest with you, not that much. So first of all, you get three plain colors, which I really like. Hopefully we do receive all three colors in the United States. You get a standard black, the gray one, which I think is my favorite one, and the standard blue one that we've seen time and time Samsung use. Now, from a design perspective, it looks basically the same as something like the Galaxy A26. I feel like what Samsung does here is that they basically took the inspiration from the A26, made it look the same, and brought it back to the A17. I don't know what to tell you. It's not really that much different. They just basically changed the camera module itself. Now, one of the things that I also want to discuss is that if you do look at the bottom of the phone, then obviously you don't see a headphone jack on the A16, and you're not going to see it on the A17, and it's not going to be back at all. I don't think so. Now, as far as everything else though, it pretty much resembles a Galaxy A16 from the right hand side to the left hand side to even the charging port that still maxes out at 25 watts. So no 35 or 45 watt capability here, and this phone doesn't have wireless charging at all. Now, one of the things that Samsung says that they upgraded is within the display, and that's not really the resolution size or the brightness, it's mainly the durability of the glass itself. So it still uses Corning Gorilla Glass Victus Plus, but it reaches Mohs levels of it reaches a Mohs level 5 of hardness, which means that it's the slimmest thing in the world. But honestly, 1080p, AMOLED, 800 nits, 90 Hz refresh rate, I can live with that. That's not too bad for a phone that is at an entry-level price point. Which, speaking of price point, now in Taiwan, this phone does cost, if you convert it, $240, which is 40 bucks higher than we're used to in this kind of lineup of phones. Now, I'm disappointed on the fact that they didn't really change much, but they still raised the price. So that puts a lot of question mark in my book. But we'll see. Hopefully the price is $200 once we receive it here in the United States. Until then, as of right now, it's $240, which is kind of unacceptable, but we'll have that conversation once I receive the phone in-house. So yeah, now if we want to talk a little bit about the performance, then again, they really didn't bother to change much. One of the chipset that they used is the Exynos 1330, and this phone does have Android 15 out of the box with up to 6 major Android upgrades, and it does have an octa-core processor with the Mali G68 for your GPU, which is very similar to the previous generation. Now, they did bring in optical image stabilization to their 50 megapixel main camera, if we want to talk a little bit about the camera system, which is nice, but to be honest with you, the image quality itself, I don't think it's going to see that much of improvement, but we'll see once I get the phone in-house. Now, my biggest thing here is that since the performance wasn't really up to par last year, and most likely it's not going to be up to par this year, what really did Samsung do here to refresh the Galaxy A17? It's almost as if it's a S upgrade from the iPhones that they used to have, but there's really not that much. I mean, I don't know, it's kind of weird, to be honest with you. I was hoping that we see something different this time around. I feel like they have been recycling the same design ever since the Galaxy A13 came out. So we're now up to the 4th generation of the A1 lineup, and we're still getting the same phone. Even though that this is their kind of most sold phone out there, but I don't know. Something needs to change. Now, to be honest with you, if you're coming from like a A14 or A13, then I mean, there's no brainer. If you want to stick with this kind of entry level lineup, then get the A17. But if you're coming from an A16, I would look somewhere else, to be honest with you, and you want to upgrade your phone. But yeah, with that being said, I'm a little bit disappointed. Hopefully when I receive the phone, my opinion change, but it's not looking like it. So you tell me, if you are interested in this phone, leave it in the comments below. If you feel like this phone is going to be worth it, not worth it, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this device. So let's have a conversation in the comments. First of all, I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you did subscribe, you're awesome. If you didn't, consider doing so. It helps out the channel a lot. And so with that being said, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one really soon. So stay tuned.